here we are. Hello, everybody.
Woohoo!
It's Sunday.
It is. I had to ask.
What day is it?
What day is today?
I'm like, it's the 28th. And then I realized, no, she's asking what day of the
And do
week
you
it
notice
is.
I'm wearing my scarf French style to
In honor of the Olympics.
yes.
Izzy was so excited that you were hanging out with her. She's like, Gigi's been down here since daylight. That's what she said to me. Since daylight.
Since daylight. That's funny. No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I watched the swimmers. I love the synchronized diving was really
Yeah,
really
I like this.
awesome.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's really quite beautiful. And have you noticed the little things that they show? It looks very
Arty.
and collagey and, you know, kind of like maybe,
Graphics.
yeah, awesome
stuff.
stuff. Which we would expect. I don't know. Is this stuff that goes with the Olympics, or is this just NBC or CBS or whoever?
Well, you know, I would assume because like the little Frenchy logo and then whatever you're probably seeing around town, I would assume is being put up by the French
by the Olympic Committee.
but
Yeah.
mainly in charge of like by the French, like they get to kind of call it. I would assume, or maybe it's just all the committee. I don't know. Those are good questions. We have no answers to. Maybe some of the people in the chat know. Hi, everybody. This is P over here.
I'm over there.
That's Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio.
That was a good one. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. We like to know that you are here. Number one, it helps people like know you and befriend you and just, you know, generally just be friendly like we like to do. It helps me know that you're here and then I can read your name. And I like doing that. The other thing that I would really like for you to do, upsies, y'all. Oh, look at that. Fireworks. You got the fireworks.
Did it do it for me?
It didn't. I'm the only one giving fireworks. I know that's right.
That's really, really rude.
You got to hold it upright and like, you know, yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with your face, just your thumbs.
It's probably bouncing off of all of my
Yeah.
rings.
You just aren't giving the fireworks. All right, let's say hello to everybody. Oh, goodness. But do give that, you know, like button down there. You know, that one over there.
Thank you, Mo. I moved the earth, Mariah.
I know, that's right.
And that's what I have on today. See, my earthy t-shirt.
Becky got you that for your birthday. Thank you, Becky. Okay, I'm going to go to participants. All right, here we go. We've got Art Curious by MNW. That is Miriam, Barbara, Becky, Belinda, Carrie, Charmaine, Colleen, Cookie Wookie. That's Mo, Darcy, Alan, Estella, Gerald, Griffin Shell, Isabel, Jeanette, a.k.a. Jeanette. I hope you were feeling well and doing well. Ellen, I think, just popped in there. No, Eddie. Eddie, showing up a little late to class, Eddie. It's all right. We love you. Let's see. Jeanette, Jennifer. Got our Jennifers representing just for crafts and giggles. That's Kim. And then we got the Kylie Koo in the house. Hi, Kylie. Laura, hey, y'all need to be watching out for some videos from Kylie Koo. She got some things and she's going to be showing things. That's about all I know about that.
Hey, I'm never disappointed.
No, never disappointed in a Kylie Koo video. Laura, Lindsay, hello, wow, some new faces, I love it. Lori, Lydia, Marcy, Marsha, Nadine, Panka, Pia, Quirky Queens, that's Kirsten. It's been a little bit. I'm so happy. Man, we've got our Scottish crew, our Irish crew, our UK. I saw somebody from Switzerland, the Netherlands. Hey, pop it in the chat wherever you go.
Wales, don't forget
Wales.
Wales.
All over the world, that's right.
All over
Wales.
the world.
Cardiff. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're breaking down the UK or whatever, I really know nothing about geography of the United Kingdom other than like that.
It's an island off the coast
In the
of
sea.
Europe.
Robin, Rhonda, Rose, sorry, Suzanne, SWL, that is Sherry, Suzanne Rivard. Hi, Suzanne, we were trying to get in touch with you.
Oh, don't forget Israel.
Oh, Israel, that's right. Miriam's in Israel. All right, there we go. All over the world, y'all. Okay.
Canada.
Vale, hello. Give me those pinky hello hands or yellow hello. I'm really gonna make a shirt. I
Thank you,
remind
Ricky.
myself.
This is one of the scarves that I got from
The thrifting or from Sandy.
I think it was from Sandy. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. We've been acquiring some scarves. Like
Yeah.
we definitely didn't need them, but it's very
It
nice
could
to
have
have
been
them.
thrifting, but I think it was Sandy.
One of these days
I
we
don't
can
know.
have a scarf.
But I
room.
thought it really went well with my print that I pulled today.
All right. So what are we doing today? We are.
Well, had to pull this off and clean up my plate because
I'm going topside because she said this, and then
yeah. I'm rip roaring ready to go here. And I didn't cut off all of my little pieces because I was afraid I'd lose some.
Mhm.
So I left them attached on one end, which I can quickly sever them.
Oh,
But this was the plate. This was the print that was down on the plate, and you remember it was. Well, you can see the mucky muck stuff on it,
Mhm.
and I wanted to clean it off. So just start with a good, clean plate.
Mhm.
And for these long hauls, the reason that's kind of important is because you're going to have a lot of buildup on the plate anyway. So you at least
Hi,
want to
Lee.
start off with a relatively
Dana.
clean one. Mariah's
Hi,
smiling.
Dawn. Yes. They said that you dress with flair. Marcia said.
She what?
You dress with such flair.
Oh, I know. I do. I'm just a flary kind of person.
I think she puts it all into her outfit, and then then you don't really know what you're getting.
Yes, and I like
Hi, Kathy.
high contrast. If you haven't noticed. Hi, Trish.
Hey, Lindsay. Oh, I said hello. To
Kathy.
Lindsay's new, I think. Okay, get on with it, woman. Hey, Barbara. The hello's that's my job.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
I know.
I'm not supposed to be reading the chat because that's not my job at this point. Okay, well, anyway, you want to start with a clean, and I even put down. I didn't, tear up everything. I just kind of put a clean piece of paper down over the top of the one that had paint all over it. So if you can see a little.
But you did that one on Thursday's stream.
I did a bunch of really good ones. Now I do have some more ideas, so you need to stay tuned. Tweaky Tuesday, I've already got some stuff ready to go because I am pumped. I went through my stencils and I didn't get through them all the last time we were here.
Okay, and if you could pump out a couple of postcards today, then you'll be all caught up. And then tomorrow,
I don't know that I'm going to get to that.
Okay, we'll see.
What is it? Oh heavens, let me see. My last one was 25, so I need 26, 27, 28.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm 3 behind.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
all right.
I'm like 5 behind.
Well, there you go. Oh, well, I was planning on doing some during your time
No,
tomorrow.
that ain't
I guess that ain't
lady.
happening.
No. You
No.
have more streams than I do.
She's not
No,
sharing her time slot with me.
I'm not.
Rude. Okay. Well, anyway, I think this is I love this. It has just the proper amount of grunginess on it.
Right.
You can still see the stencil. But now what I really feel like needs to happen on this, underneath this, the circular brick business.
Her well is dry.
My well is dry.
Eddie said stream title, pumping out postcards. I said, well, your stream is dry. No postcards will be produced today by
No.
Patricia.
No. Well, I don't anticipate
Certainly
that.
not pleasantly.
I do. I do have, and it's funny because I was just,
Well, you need to dig in your thing. They might
Susan.
even be done.
what?
I said, you need to dig in your thing. They might even done because
Well, they are, but I don't know that I like them.
No.
I've changed my mind. I am entitled to do that.
Mhm.
Sometimes I think they're like finished, but they're not.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving right along. Let's just get after it.
Oh, look at you prepped. I love it. Okay, it's catching on. Okay, that could have been very dangerous. I just want y'all to know.
Oh yeah. Well, here we are, white on white again.
We'll fix that here in a minute. No worries.
No worries. No worries.
Hey, Mark.
But I will get my black thingy-majobby over here so that, because this is kind of annoying. It would annoy me if I were watching.
Hey, Miriam is one ahead, and Rhonda has finished.
Well, look at that Rhonda
Mhm. Hi,
overachieving.
Elizabeth.
All right. I've got things on top of things here and just not working out very well. Okay. This is good. This is good. All right. So you want to angle your dangle
Uh-huh.
so that you can line it up. And for me with my glasses situation, that's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want a little niche there. See that?
You see that little niche? That you don't want that.
You don't want that, but I'm gonna show you how to take care of it. And I did vacuum, so I'm trying to keep these. Ah, look at that one, spot on.
Oh, look at you. Pia has finished hers, but she's scheduling them so that way they come out on the date. See, that's smart. I had visions of that. I wanted to do that.
Yeah, me too.
It doesn't happen.
But you see how well that worked out.
Yeah.
All right, you notice I'm doing a much better job at this. It might have something to do that I cleaned off my desk and I can actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, could be.
Oh, Lydia's done too. Man, a lot of people are done. Well, I mean, considering it's just...
Okay, now see what happened there? You want to be careful when that happens. You want to yank it back the right way so that you're tearing off the parts that you don't care about. See that little...
Nice, Darcy.
And we have a fruit fly.
Oh, they're everywhere. We need to set up the little, dish of... I was going to say dish of death, but
that's not horrible, but...
But they've been busy.
Yeah.
There's lots of them.
I don't know what they're doing up here. All the good stuff's downstairs. I think they're waiting for the bourbon. Genetically, I think that one fly has put it in the DNA.
Hello, Sophia.
Bourbon is sometimes available upstairs.
Oh, wonderful. Plenty of us not done, Jennifer says. So see? Hello, Margaret.
All right, now look at that.
Well done, P.
And not a one hit the floor. I don't like these to go down on the floor because I don't ever wear shoes in the house. And they poke my feet. They're pokey little buggers.
Poor thing.
Now I could keep those. Hey, Susan, I threw those away.
She said she gets
I commented.
Did you read her comment?
I did.
I thought that was real sweet.
She said she gets a chuckle out of her name being mentioned every now and then. Usually it's in accordance with. All right, now this is tricky. Very tricky.
Does anyone have questions on what is happening? Are we all, just let me know in the chat.
I don't know. I might just go ahead and leave that little booger there because I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling confident about.
Yeah.
Messing that around.
Hi, Jolynn.
Now I really wished I had another one of these things so that I could.
That was a good one. So Rhonda says these suspicious sprouts are being genetically altered by P. That's what's happening.
All right, I'm employing crap tissue.
Splicing, that's what they do with plants. Splice them. Eventually, Pia. Yes, eventually. So remember over on Thursday stream, she had talked about she being P, the one across from me. That what she's going to do is cut these up as she has. And we talked about it being kind of kitchen showish, where she had done a lot of that. But you guys kind of like to see how some of this is done. And so she's altering these particular two sizes of the Suspicious Sprouts. I believe this is the 8x10, and then the other one obviously was the 5x7. The 9x12 you wouldn't get that much more out of because the little things run right.
And I actually like this one because I can get bigger.
You get more
stems on the end.
That's exactly right, because you really wouldn't. You would only get a quarter of an inch more.
I'll show you what I mean in just a minute with that one that I redesigned of Miriam's.
Yeah. And then I'm getting that one in process. That will be out for August. I just figured that was kind of the best progression of things. Some exciting things coming up for August. There's really, and it was funny how some of them came about. A lot of times the designers don't necessarily get together. Now they submit things prior to. So I try to coordinate them design-wise, so that way when they all come out, they either are similar, if that makes sense, or, you know, there's some kind of theming to them.
We're just going to live with that. It's probably not going to be make that much difference in the hill of beans things, but you never know.
Yeah.
All right. Now comes our next objective, and I hope this doesn't bore you to tears, but I'm going to, the reason I wanted these both on the black paper was so that I could see them laid out so that I know what I have to work with.
Because otherwise they go camouflage.
Yeah.
On the white table over there.
Absolutely. All right, well, we're just going to start off.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see they go almost out to the edge. Since all of these we will be pulled with
Hi, Markle.
tissue paper.
Hi, Melda.
Here's my, yeah, that's going to be good. See where it's coming right here and right here. That's the space I have to work with. And that's kind of important. Just checking to see the side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not necessarily pulling these in the exact order in which they appeared. And the reason for that is because remember, I'm going to put the other ones, the smaller version, perpendicular to this.
This is setting up for the long haul.
Setting up for the long haul.
Because if you're going to spend this much time cutting things and placing things, you should be able to get as much out of them as you possibly can.
Right. And what's lovely about these is you know that they're going to stick.
Hi, Jeannie.
Because, yeah.
Clean Yupo. Hey, Eddie's in the works on his experimenting with kind of how long it takes for the Murphys to soak off built up paint.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There'll be a video, y'all, supposedly.
Now, it's really not a good idea to go over your stencil.
Yeah. Especially,
really is not.
You should cut those apart and break them.
I should cut those apart. So I'm looking for my little
golly
scissors. What's sticking out there?
Well, some paint.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't really.
All right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this where it needs to be cut. And just because it does a little bit of overlapping stuff there, I don't really care about that. I mean, yeah.
Oh, no. We're not going anywhere.
Where?
Jolynn was asking if we're going to Anthony's in October.
No, we would love to. I would love to.
Yeah, unless we win the lottery.
But we have extenuating financial circumstances.
Called, like, new equipment, and then also saving up for, someday to actually be in a building or something besides out of our house.
I'm not down with that, but
she really isn't. But we're going to move her out into the building.
Wow, did you see that?
Own little apartment, maybe. I don't know. Oh, you are being serious. Look at that.
Well,
yeah.
It ain't exact, but I think I can pull that little sucker up a little bit. Maybe.
I mean, I was impressed that you. Oh, you're making me
You
very.
need to be real careful here with this pointy scissor part.
Mm-hmm.
And those little jobbers that want to hang around.
And sorry, but the camera was focusing in on the brim of your hat.
Oh.
But that's okay. It was probably, if you were going to chop a finger off, it's best that it was blurry.
Shooting blood.
Right. It's like, oh, we blurred it out.
All right. There we go. Now, I know
okay.
that wasn't terribly riveting.
Uh-huh.
All right, so basically what I do is I just kind of pick a spot here. Where it's going in between the little fronds.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, that one's got to go.
And Anthony says that it has not been finalized yet, but I am sure that if and or when they do, they will alert us, and they will also be posting in Makers regarding who's it, what's it.
Who's it, what's it?
Who's it, what's it. Well, I like that. That was a good little. Mm. Yeah, you're in a little tricky spot there.
Yeah, I am a tricky spot. We're going to have to eliminate some of these little...
Yeah, some pruning needs to happen.
Bulbous.
Mm-hmm.
Bulbous business.
Yeah, I like that. That makes sense there.
But now it's not going to go in there. I'm going to have to trim out all of the... This is a little more difficult than I anticipated it being.
That's okay. Y'all are entertained, right? If you're watching on replay, you can just hit fast forward through this. Although you never know, you might miss something funny.
Well, I said I wasn't going to put any of these suckers on the floor, but I lied.
Well, I don't think anybody really believed
Hey,
you.
you know what I did find?
Did you find?
When I was looking for my, see those little things that leap out there like that?
And then she just chucks them on the back. There's the point where she's like, meh, there's already stuff down there.
Evil mofos. Okie dokie. Now, see, look, I think I like that little bit of a diagonal. What do y'all think?
Okay, Paula.
What?
She says, sorry she's late, but she has to go to the supermarket. It'll be 15 minutes. Fine.
You got to do a better job.
Hey, I'm sure she had a busy day.
Okay, now I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking I need to take off the top two here. Fell to the floor.
I know. I very rarely like skip in a video. Like I will turn on the 2 times because I don't want to miss anything, and then I'll like slow it back down whenever, you know, if things get, you know, funny or whatever. That's what I do. Maybe if you turn that around. Turn the feet around. No, like put your long piece up to the top part there. There you go.
I think that's what I was thinking about when I was
doing it. Yeah, that makes more sense. And then you're like, I've lost my train of thought with this.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know that those little bitty things there are going to be like
super noticeable.
Super noticeable.
If you want to get real particular about it,
yeah, you could spend like 3 or 4 days doing your, but I'm
or tape them.
Trying to make this a little more user friendly than
Yeah, I know. She gets here and then she's like, oh wait, I gotta go to the stove. That's a very good question, Mo. Kirsten says, this is gorgeous. Little frames. Is that the plan?
What is it?
Was this your plan all along?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she had talked about it. But I mean, is the vision, is this what was in your head?
Yeah.
I like these more like leany, swervy ones versus your straight one on the edge, personally.
Well,
just letting you know. Hi, Tisha.
Ah, look at that. I'm getting better at that, okay?
Tisha's brew hot, right?
Pardon?
I'm chatting with chat.
Oh, you're chatting?
With chat.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Hi, Lexi. My job. Hey, Maya. If I didn't say hello already, I think I might have. Okay. Trim, trim. Well, you got a leaf under there on your biggin. It's actually like a little node.
The node has to go.
Bye, node.
Hasta la vista, baby. There's a small node.
Well, I think you can squeeze it in if you get that right.
I think you're right.
You don't have to nip a node. You know? No more node nipping.
All right, I'm going to try to make this come right there.
Oh. Did you see that, Maya?
What?
Lexi is inquiring from the embossing powder queen, or expert, she says there, but you know, we all need to be a queen of something. And if she has a recommendation for any nice bright gold powders. I like, a lot of times the gold sort of just bronzes out, kind of, has been our experience with it. Or at least the ones we have. Ooh. Becky says it's a fussy cutting kind of day. She has received some very cool images in the swap, and she's cutting them out today. That's her Sunday. How about y'all? What are y'all doing today? So we got time to chit chat about things because, you know, nothing
Yeah, you do.
super arty is happening other than just node nipping, trimming this, trimming these sprouts. Hey, Lynn. If you knowed, you know. Yeah, or if you knowed, you knowed. That's good. Sorry. Good. Oh, Colleen says, Wow has several shades of gold.
Who?
The Wow brand, you know, the one that we have, that's the mixture, that's like the little bottom. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You may not, but you know. Oh, Charmaine's in the midst of an ocean-themed prints to make an ocean journal. Nice. Ooh, I like that.
Well, I just was thinking, you know, I don't want it to be so.
Yeah. Just framey and blocky. More like a organic trellis. Look at that. See what I did there? Hi, Joni. Okay, no worries. Hey, Mimi. Rhonda likes the trellis idea. And what would be cool is, like, so on some of these prints, what'll happen, here's my vision for things, since, you know, we got time to talk about it. My vision for things is that once she starts going with the long haul, some of the prints will be great to spray. Then we can come back with some of the flower stamps, and then it'll look like it's blooming off the vine. How about that? For some thought on Sunday. She's really into her cutting. Oh, Lynn's doing funky birds for her postcard number 28. I don't know. I really don't remember what number I'm on exactly. But I'm very behind. Let me look in my bag. I've got the dragon over here. And that's... But see, I threw in an extra. So technically... And what number is here with this? I have a number? I don't even know what happened to my number. Well, that's a bummer. Hold on. Okay. We can figure this out another way. Oh, good golly, if this is true, things are very behind.
What?
So, yeah, this is number 23. I need to do 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh, good golly. All right, there might just be some that get numbers like kind of stuck down to them and maybe like one little thing done to them. But tomorrow is my day and I will be working on postcards from start to finish. I mean, of the stream, that is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this one's almost done. I just have to like glue things down and then find a number. And maybe I'll make some, I might make some new numbers today because I don't know.
Okay, like that. All right, well, let's have this one going in since that one up there.
Oh, well, they're stuck down because they're on the gel plate. They're not going anywhere. Marcy says, don't sneeze, P. I really didn't realize I was that far behind. I was like, okay, maybe I have 3 or 4 to do. Weeks. So, and then tomorrow will be the 29th, and then maybe we just try to, I don't know.
See, I'm running out of little ones, so I'm kind of having to.
And use your pieces wisely. You needed 2 5x7s, or you need to take that one that's off the top there and bring it into your main part.
Yeah, because that's going to be lost.
It's too far up there anyway. Yeah, you don't have papers that
it's
big.
Wasted.
Yeah, there you go. Look at me helping out.
Good idea, Mariah.
And if you just kind of lean it over and hook it into the bud that's next to it, then you don't have that little square gap that's there. If you just
yeah, but then I'll run over there.
That's what I'm saying. If you lean it, then it's good. It has like sort of a closed section. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That was a different approach, but I like it. That's fine. Let's just go with that.
Let's go with that.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Phyllis. Hello, Lisa. Those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat so we could say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. We very much appreciate them. Hi, Carver. Taking my shoe off. My foot hurts. Hello, Amy. Now, what would be funny is if you just sprinkled those little pieces in there, but that would be a hot mess, and I don't like that. Asking for trouble.
I do not want to do that. Okay, I'm out of little ones.
Okay. I don't know if you need one there. I don't think you don't have to fill all the holes. It's okay.
You just shush it, Mariah.
Okay. She wants to fill all the holes.
Because that's what it makes it interesting in the long haul.
Okay.
Is if you have smaller, spaces where
it gets caught up in there, the different colors. Mm-hmm. We're getting note up. Okay. That's good. That was good.
Who said that?
Elisa did. That was a good one.
Gosh darn it. Where did it go?
Oh, just I think you're scaring me with your scissors.
Well, poop. Caught in the folds here. Oh. I don't know.
That's for later. That's for later.
That's for later. I wanted one of these little, nodes.
Oh. Okay. Okay. There.
Hot diggity.
Yeah, have that one pointing down. I like that idea. Oh, good golly.
What?
Lynn, we have bag of bits, and if y'all ask for the bag of bits, we'll send them to you, and then you can put them together in any which ways you want. In fact, if Darcy is able and can find her video, she has done at least 1 or 2 videos regarding Franken stenciling, building them out. And
okay, that's all I have left.
look at that. That's fantastic.
I think that's pretty darn good. And let's get rid of all of these little things because we don't want to be picking these up on the edge of our...
And even if you don't order a particular stencil that may have like larger bits, if you ask me, we will bag bits. We keep them in a bin. It's the bin of bag of bits.
Oh.
And we will send them to you. Someday we might charge you for them, but we have not worked that out. So get them while they're free. Someday the bag of bits.
Yeah, it's just what you need.
Well, it might be charged for the bag of bits. They do add to the shipping. I'll tell you that. Because that's kind of what we're thinking about is like, because we'd have to weigh them out. So there's some way we could say, hey, do you want a 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce bag of bits?
Yeah, I used to bag them up. They don't let me do it anymore.
No, because she sits down there and sorts out. She's got a box of bits, of bags.
I have a box of envelopes full of bagged bits.
Yeah, beat that.
All right, here we are, folks. And I wanted to share with you.
Oh, yes. This is Suspicious Sprout, Mo.
I now have all of all of my...
No, because we wouldn't be able to, because this is not like a true 9x12. So no, I'm not turning this into a stencil.
You're what?
They're already talking about turning this into a, Franken stencil hoot-de-doo.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's going to work, though.
Because I'd have to shrink it down. And then those little, let me tell you, this is already a tricky little booger to cut. Because it has ideas about things.
Well, yeah, and you would have to hook these
Mo.
together somehow. And yeah, I don't suspect that would be something that you would want to do.
And I don't know, Eddie may have done a Franken stencil. I don't know, Eddie, have you Franken stenciled in a video? I know Darcy has. Because she put together some of the pieces from the, this one. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Seahorse. There we go.
Words are hard.
On a Sunday morning without enough coffee and whatnot.
I needed some more coffee too, but I didn't have time. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
Miriam has done a Franken stencil. Hey, well, Miriam.
All right, here's the thing. What we're going to do right off the bat is we are going to start off with black. Let me tell you why. Because right away, I'm going to get an edge, a dark edge. And that's what you want to think about, because when you pull these, you want to use a contrasting color. So if your edges are dark, then you're going to use a light color. if your edges are light, you're going to use,
Not on video.
you know, okay, you got it.
Yeah.
I won't belabor the point there any longer.
Hey, Marion, if you want to message either Darcy or Eddie with the link, they'll put it into the chat if you've got a link to your video.
Don't be afraid to get some paint on there. And what's really cool about this is when I get through with these, they're going to be absolutely wonderful to glue down to things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that's what happened. Remember I did that inside of one of Fran's stencils? I just used the innards.
Yes. That was Creaky Borders. And then Creaky Borders, all those papers, she ended up doing the boxes with. I think that was probably one of your most...
I don't know why that little sucker is flipping
most
up.
memorable
Just,
long hauls.
you want to be kind of careful on the first, you know, pass to make sure that all of your little hoop-de-doos are going
are down, covered.
Because I'm having a little problem with this one up here, and I don't know what the deal is.
They're flippy grabbies, is what she has created here. A flippy grabby situation. Oh, and Darcy posted in chat. Darcy put the link. I think that might be a playlist because she says, "Oh, the other Frankenstencil video. Oh, there's a couple, and she's dropped in a couple. She's got some Frankenstencil videos. She was really into it. It's kind of one of those things. Like if you're into it, it can be lots of fun. Yeah, but it can be very frustrating because it's time consuming just to build out this little thing or whatever, and then sometimes it falls apart. Oh, Eddie said it could be that the Yuba was overlapping in that area. That is very true.
Oh, you're right, and that's why you don't really want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not so much worried on getting prints at this stage as I am just getting stuff pulled off enough. Uh-oh, Mariah.
Oh, Carrie did, he built one. He built one on camera. She didn't, Darcy didn't build hers on camera, but she used the Frankenstencil. I think you kind of talked people through it. But Carrie actually built one. I forgot about that. I was a little stressed for him, like, because that was definitely out of his comfort zone as far as putting those things together. But he's a trooper.
I'm using the part of the paper that doesn't have any paint on it to try to pull that off, and you can see that didn't necessarily work very well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Carrie.
These papers are going to make wonderful collage papers. What is this? You can see that you really do need to use a paper towel, to do this, because it's well, I don't know, you know, if you don't mind getting your hand all goopy.
Okay. Did you say that you like to start out with the black?
You either want to start out with black or a really, really light color, because then that's determining your edge.
Your sequence.
Because I kind of like to go back and forth.
I think it helps.
I think it does help. And now here's the whole thing. I pretty much got these. Okay, see that right
little
there?
Poppy uppy part. I saw it bounce.
Did you see it?
I did.
I'm cutting it off.
Just snip it. You bounce, you gotta go. Actually, the bouncer, you bounce.
That, and oh my goodness, is there a little piece there? Oh, it's just from the other. Okay.
And Eddie dropped in Miriam. So lots of opportunity to check out how many of our Arty content creating friends have Frankenstenciled in their you know, our journeys. There you go.
All right. So we've got a good base here. I'm going to turn it over and show it to you.
Mm-hmm. Woo! Look at that. All right, let's
See,
get our...
that's what you're going to get. So now we just continue on. You don't have to, and at this, to do this technique, you don't want to get it all out. You want to leave some behind.
Kind of what you want it to build up in areas, and then what's going to happen is, and then those are going to come up, and then you push color into different. So it's you're kind of taking it away, putting it in, taking it away in different areas.
Yes, and this is a matte black, which I really like. All right, I'm going to use some of my brand new, I found in Mariah's drawer over there. Turquoise.
I like that you mentioned that it's my drawer, even though it has all your stuff in it. It is on my side. That
it's
is
on
true.
her side. That's how I should say it. It's on Mariah's side. I found it when I was looking for some other stuff.
Hey, you have more paint in this drawer over here. I would like you to assess that situation before ordering any more paint.
And I said, I will do it.
We need to.
And I did find, but I didn't find what I really wanted to find, and what I did discover. But you know what I think our rationale was? I think that bronze iridescent gold was on sale, and we decided, because that's some pricey stuff.
It is.
I mean, it really honestly is. All right, none of these are open paints, which I feel like I should mention that.
Ooh. Darcy also made a video using bits to make a dimensional journal card. Very nice. Yeah, that's another way to use the bits. I mean, you don't have to Franken-stencil them. You can just glue them down to things. We have done that.
Absolutely. I do that a lot on the ATCs.
Uh-huh.
The other thing you can make is you can make a frottage base with your bits and have a unique frottage.
Gerald, we buy the really big sheets, and Mo can probably drop that link in because she usually has them right at hand, or I don't know, she's just really fast. One or the other. But we buy like the big box of 480 sheets, and then P will cut them down to these larger sheets, kind of like this. I mean, there's not really like, we've not measured them. Is what I'm trying to say. They're just roundabout, like these fit across her big plate like this, but they don't cover it. Because we don't really, I mean, unless she could have Franken-stenciled this thing across. That's one way to use it. Like if you have a big plate and you want to cut your stencils up and spread them across the actual gel plate, and then you have sheets that will fill the plate. That's another great way to...
yeah, and the reason I do have this size of sheet is just because I just have the big sheets. And
right.
I don't measure exactly. I've just folded over.
Yeah,
it's not like...
Yeah, we have them, and then for the smaller plates, and we'll cut those down another half.
All right, now can you see what's starting to happen here? This is exactly, it's pulling off some of the black.
Eddie just talked about that in one of his latest videos, that your stencils will give back to you, especially in this.
The stencils will give back to you. Now, I'm just really going to kind of leave that there for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this. And, you know, this is totally experimental. All right, here's my with airbrush medium. Did I measure anything? Of course I didn't. You all know I didn't.
No, we don't.
I mean, I didn't even have to say anything. Now, at this point, this is very loosey-goosey, as opposed to the heavy bodies that we were just using. So it's really going to go down in there. You don't want to start off with loosey-goosey. You want to make sure your stencil's glued down good.
Yeah. Couple passes of the
of some kind of heavy body stuff that's going to get in those cracks and creases. And then you can start using the
fluid. Then you can become...
And I don't know if I ever use high. I think I do.
Your high flow?
Do I use high flow ever?
I'm sure you do. I will try to pay more attention.
Now, the reason... Oh, look at that. The reason I really kind of like this new stuff and Mariah ordered me a whole new thing of it. And I told her, I said, I wish Golden knew that, you know, we were actually ordering this stuff.
She wants them to know.
I guess we could send them an email with our, you know, itemized bill.
I told her they need like, you know, they need like content creator reps or, you know, influencers. I don't know about the influencing, but we're definitely creating some content. I know that's right. How much influencing we do out of that's TBD, y'all.
Oh yeah, baby.
Look at you. 3 colors in and she's showing off.
I am. And
that's the stuff right there.
So deadgum proud of this baby here.
Hi, Jackie.
Look at that.
I love the colors of it. That's fun. That makes me happy.
That's almost inspiring me to drag out old.
Oh my God. So on that, you know, it'd be so fantastic. So if you came in and then we just stamped a bunch of like hot pink flowers.
Oh, onto that. Oh. True that. True that. Okay, so we're pulling off color here. I love this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to another fluid acrylic, my favorite. Transparent red iron oxide. And I don't think this has anything mixed into it. Doesn't say.
She didn't note it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen. But I'm guessing by the way it's blobbing out here.
This is true to form.
This is true to form. Oh, and I think it is because right behind it is
it's spray
airbrush medium added.
She also had me order a new bottle of that. She's like,
yeah.
I
told her, I said, you know, if there's one thing I cannot be without,
it's some of that stuff.
It's some of that stuff. And I want to get that
your new
edge up there
brand
a little bit better than I did on the last one.
One of the great things to keep in mind about the fluid acrylics at this stage is that they will coax those prior layers of paint up more so than like if she had to put another heavy body down. Not to say that it can't happen, but it is more likely to happen if you intersperse some fluid acrylics in this long haul technique.
It really is. And it's one of those things I can't say for certain, you know, when exactly you should do it. You just have to pay attention. If you're pulling all the paint off of your stencil in one fell swoop, that's no fun.
No, you want it to you
want it to come off gradually in little spurts and pieces so it looks like, you know.
Yeah, so you got to do a couple of heavy body layers like she had done, then bring in some of your fluids and maybe go back to the heavy bodies.
Exactly. And remember, those first colors, the reason I go with the heavy body, I don't think you necessarily have to, but you're getting your stencil to adhere. You're covering in those edges. And remember, I left quite a bit of that black there for that very purpose. That's going to help hold down these little bits and pieces that are kind of sticking up. And even though I did kind of lose that one up there, it's okay. It's better that I have it not there than it flipping up all the time, because that can cause problems because it'll wrap around the
right.
I actually have had that happen.
Okay, so a couple of questions here. Michelle Walls wants to know, can this be done in all acrylics? I'm assuming that you're kind of asking like with whatever types of
all right,
acrylics.
now this is, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but look at this.
That's the money business right there.
This is where the beautiful, this is gold.
She could stop here and then be like, all right. Oh, you got an hour and 5 minutes to go.
I know, but
yeah, showing off right ahead.
Right ahead. All right, now look at the stencil.
Yeah, you kind of cleared it up.
What's happening with the stencil? It's now pulling it off of the stencil,
and all that stuff around there is building into the edges of it. Okay, and then Paula says Vallejo, they have a range of great fluid acrylics at decent prices. So for European friends, also keep in mind that y'all keep your peepers open, because Golden has hooked up with Royal Talons in some kind of distribution thing. So hopefully pricing wise, I would assume making them more accessible. It's just a theory.
Just a theory.
I don't know this, but
now what I want to do here at this point, I want to get some more paint on my stencil.
Yeah.
Because I'm losing it all. And that's where, you know, that's where the beauty of all of this comes in. And you can always turn to see what's happening here. I really like that turquoise, but I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go with a dark brown, if I can find one that's not open. Let's go with a burnt umber.
I was kind of curious about that too. So the Vallejo are available here in the US, and thank you, Eddie. He has dropped in our Blick affiliate link. Those affiliate links, of course, are, you know, we get a little something. No extra
So we
cost
get
to y'all.
Vallejo here also?
Yeah.
Ambient?
Through Blick. We'll have to try that out next time. Hi, Barbara.
This is Utrecht, and it's kind of old. You can see it's pretty.
The black was a heavy body. Yeah, you want to start with a heavy body to help kind of coat the surface. Make sure your stencil pieces, especially if you're piecing in like this, because really, she's playing with fire. She's just one roll away from those just going all. If it gets real sticky, that's what will happen.
Oh, pooty doody.
So I just to add a little suspense to this whole thing for y'all. This is also why she's not, you know how she usually brayers with a lot more vigor? Yeah, that's why.
I'm making sure that it's getting down in there without lifting anything up, because the brayer will do that. It will lift.
Especially when you have contact to clean Yupo. It's stickier.
It is.
That can be, you know, to your advantage or to your disadvantage. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Between $7 and $12 for the Vallejo acrylics, fluids.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Hi, Jackie. Thank you for.
Okay, this is going to be a very interesting one. This will be one that I hand to Mariah and say, you know, could you spray this and give it a little...
Yeah, a little something.
Something.
Because it's going to be very brown.
It's going to be very brown. I doubt that it picks up much of anything. And I'm not trying, you know, I'm still really thinking, you know, I don't know how much of that brown I want to pull off there. I want some of it to stay, because that's what's going to be creating that really cool effect.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of brown.
I don't know. I don't hate it.
Well, you've got some of your blue coming up around the edges there, which makes it ever so slightly more interesting.
Yeah. And that's kind of, you know, where we are at this point. Okay. That's very wet. Put that over there.
Oh, so that is was that the Utrecht? What is that brown that you were using?
I don't know. Let me find it again. Yes. It's Utrecht Burnt Umber Series 1, which I think that's kind of the cheap.
Yeah. Insert joke here.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. I don't. I'm not being facetious. And I didn't. I don't know why my.
Oh, we have a Jackson's affiliate link too. Did I
We
put
do,
that down
but
below?
those people.
Well, no.
Why did we decide that we didn't like them? I mean, it wasn't we didn't like them. It was something about their shipping or some
Thank you.
BS.
I love how things come out of your mouth sometimes. And then her little brain goes, yeah, that really wasn't very nice, was it?
That wasn't. That sounded horrible.
That sounded horrible. Let's redo that.
You know, I was trying to simplify it.
Right. Okay, so for our European friends, once again, Jackson's is a great company because they carry lots of things and shipping is wonderful and whatnot. I think they got that sorted out even for the US, but there was a little period of time that they didn't have their shipping worked out and it was crazy expensive. Like you would order something, you know, $30, $40, and then you would be spending like, you know, it was just going to charge you like $70 or $80 for shipping. I'm like, whoa, dude. Not cool. But they got that worked out. I believe they have that. Thank you, Eddie. I couldn't remember if I had put that. I tried to as soon as we get one signed up.
Okay, now we're getting some good stuff here. number one, this is a great print because it outlines your stencil very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the other one, which is just like solid brown. But see, we've got stuff around the edges.
Marguerite.
We still have some stuff, some mucky muck out there, making it interesting. So now I'm going to come in with my wonderful mixture of airbrush medium and because I don't have any more of this.
It's on its way.
It's coming.
That was part of
in the mail.
The ordering.
But I love this. I love this brown and this green. I just really do love it.
And the green is the, what, green gold?
Green gold. I mean, I'm sorry. You can't beat it. And there is no other color I have found that is similar. It's lovely and transparent. So that you get to see all those wonderful layers that you're building up there.
Now that is a good, I know you didn't necessarily mean to kind of call that out as a point, but it is a good point. While you're interspersing your layers of different types of paint, meaning heavy body, fluid, that, the other.
And high flow.
High flow.
I would say that was what this would be once. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Exactly. Think about the opacity of those paints that you're putting down, because something that is more transparent is going to affect those previous layers in a different way. If you just keep doing strictly opaque paints, I don't know that you're going to get as much of a variety of a line, because that's really what's happening. You're creating these kind of colorful, interesting lines when you do a long haul. And you get a lot of different prints along the way.
It's haloing around the shape.
Yes.
That's what we're doing here. And that's a really important point, because that's exactly why we're doing what we're doing. And it is important to go ahead and try to get, you can see where you need to go in because it's white.
Yeah. So that means there isn't contact with the paint.
And, you know, just give
exactly.
Give it a bit of a push. You don't want to take it all out. Just want some of it to come out.
Yeah. She does her best work with that green gold. Those are the winners of the day so far. Ooh, look at that big patch.
I know. See, it really pulled off a big chunk of it. But isn't that, I think that's lovely.
Hi, DeRay.
Moving right along here. We are not pulling up that, so we need to pull up that. This mucky muck in the background here. Let's try.
Mo's giving you 3 green hearts.
Is she? I know, Mo. Okay, how about this?
Oh.
This is iridescent bright gold.
She put the HB on there because it's heavy body.
Heavy body.
She's also notating these because we got these as the part of the seconds program through Golden, which was really fantastic. They sent us a buttload of paint. But as they are seconds, they could be tester bottles or this or that, and they don't always like have the same, you know, on the shelf kind of labeling. So you really have to be very investigative about the information on them. So
yeah, it's just best to trial and error them, because we found out some of them that didn't list them as being open.
Well, no, remember, it was just really small. It wasn't like, you know, the big, like a lot of times.
Yes, you had to do the reading.
Yeah, in the little print.
Wait, you know, counting on that big open sign.
If it was there, it just, you know, wasn't as apparent. And speaking of those paints that we got as the second program, because they sent a lot of duplicate, we have stored them in the tandem in our shop. So they are being stored nicely. Climate control, that is. But we will be giving away boxes of those along with, you know, the prints and lots of fun stuff when we hit our 10K. The only thing is that please keep in mind that we will be asking you for shipping. So, you know.
Yes, because that's how we got ours from Golden. We had to pay for shipping. Well, PM Artist Studio had to pay for shipping.
PM Artist Studio did.
You realize I work for paint here.
She put in her paint order. She goes, this is what I work for. All right, fair enough.
Well, and I liked it, you know, I would have waited a little bit more because there's some others, but the thing is I needed that green gold.
Yeah.
So I didn't wait for, Now remember, we do want some of that, and that was heavy body. So we're going back and forth with the fluid acrylics and the heavy body, just to make sure that, you know, we kind of have some variety there in the paint structure so that it...
Hi, Cheryl.
Somewhat. The paint sticks to the paint.
Paint to paint. Grabby paint.
Grabby paint.
That's a whole lot of gold there, lady.
That's a whole lot of gold, but look at that.
I know. That'll be fun to...
Oh, this is going to be way fun. Whoa.
Careful. Just waiting for it to kind of fly up and wrap around her face.
The rope upstream.
It's just like a little bronzed statue.
And I'm trying to get it. I'm flipped back on itself there. All right. Now we haven't tried any red.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. All right. I went ahead. Mariah, I know that you think I just sit up here and watch murder. Well, I basically do. But I've got my little ones, and I put mix in the little ones that just had a little bit left. So this is quinacridone red, and it's one of the ones that I had you get a big one.
I hope that I ordered properly.
I do too.
I got interrupted about 20 times. So
I left you the note.
I know. I understand that. But again.
And I really like red and gold together.
Finally, I was like, I'm just placing the sorter. I don't care if, like, she's getting what she gets. And then I had to come up here a couple times and ask some questions. And then some of her information was hidden because there were 2 sticky notes.
I was just trying, you know, I even went through all of them. All of the...
But you didn't write the number down on the, you know, on one of them. And I was like, anyway. Who knew ordering was such a tricky business, but around here.
I didn't really like how that rolled out there. I don't know if I'm going to like the way it picks up either. Okay, what are you laughing about?
Acme says that they used to have scratch pads that said avoid oral instructions, which is where P says, I left you a note. But that's great. Ooh, I like this kind of pinky. It's rose gold.
It is. It's rose gold.
Look at that. Ooh, ooh.
Okay, now you notice I left, see the white areas? That's because I didn't push it in there. And I didn't push it in there because I'm still waiting for this other to start coming off. So I kind of think we need to keep going. We haven't used any purple. Oh no, this doesn't have any stuff in it. Mariah, my stuff is downstairs. Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll just go with transparent dioxazine purple in the high flow acrylic.
Oh, and that was asked earlier. Sorry. Her top 5 colors. Well, it just depends on the day, but I will tell you this. The nickel azo gold, or sorry, what am I trying to say?
And transparent red iron oxide, quinacridone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Quinacridone, nickel azo gold.
Yeah.
And it's different because of the transparency. But, you know, if you just get the other one, the transparent red iron oxide,
you'll be all right.
It's almost the same thing as the the burnt orange in the quinacridone. I love it very much. I love it. Don't forget to wipe.
We do have and I don't know if Mo wants to go looking for this or not, but in our old blog posts, we do have kind of some top recommended paints. Not a lot of that has changed, I mean, drastically, but like what she just listed, and there are links to those. I should go back and drop or you know, relink those, because they're probably, if it's golden paint, a lot of times I wouldn't put like a link to Amazon or whatever. But yeah. Yes, and the quinacridone nickel gold is discontinued. But if you go over to Golden's website, they let you know how to mix some of the colors that have been discontinued. Mm-hmm. I love the purple. Thank you, Mo. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just kind of dabbing.
Dab, dab.
It's like when the doctor puts that stuff in your eyes and says, dab your eyes.
It's like that.
You know wipey, you're dabbing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you dab, you're pushing it down into, because remember, it's just like all of your stencils. After a while, it's building up layers of paint there. So it's keeping the other paint elevated, and it's not going down into those little crevices unless you push it in there.
Push.
So you must push.
Push.
If you can still see white, you know that that's probably not going to come up. But I try to keep that pretty evenly dispersed so that it's not just all or nothing.
Lovely. And I think in 2025, which is just around the corner, seems crazy to say that, but it really is, we will be doing more in-depth color mixing, I think, as part of like a spinoff or a, you know, on top of or it alongside the color combos.
Oh,
I just think that'll be fun. Like, because you had said that you wanted to mix colors. I think that's a great way to utilize something that's already happening or going to happen
right
in Makers. That's the Makers and Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. If you aren't part of that, you're missing out, because there's a lot of fun things that happen over there. There are events and things will be changing up in 2025, but not a whole heck of a lot. I will say this. I'll just say it here. There will not be the Makers Creative Collab as far as like the theme, because it's sort of fizzled out, and that's totally fine with me.
Hey, it died a natural death.
It did.
Okay, I want to talk about this blue business here. So, are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to step on your,
Yeah, my thing.
I just don't know sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put quite a bit of this out here, because remember, this is the blue stuff, and it dries like in a New York minute.
New York minute. They're faster.
That's faster than regular. Okay, look at that brayer off.
Oh.
I might turn it around and do a little blue on this brown side, because that brown side's kind of...
Yeah, don't get crazy, though.
Don't get crazy. Oh, yeah. A goodly amount, I should say.
I should say.
But that's all right, because we know that this is going to be sticking.
Probably get 2 out of this one. Lovely. Now put that away.
Well, I can't do that quite yet.
Okay. Ooh.
I was trying to float that baby down there. Oh, look at that.
What were we looking at?
I'm looking at what it's doing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh. Hi, Deb. And speaking of spreadsheets and databases and things of listy informative nature, Deb is still working on that paper database thing. If you have information and you want to provide it, that can be done over there in Makers as well, right there at the top. Or if you go to the featured section, there should be like a little across the top. There's a bar that says, you know, lots of different little things. One of them is featured. If you go there and you kind of go through the list of things, we try to keep that somewhat recent and, you know, curated. I guess that's kind of the word for it. But yes, you can find Deb's post there and either, you know, let her know about some paper you'd like to know about, and she's put some information there. And yes, that would be super.
Yes, love it.
I think Tuesday, would it be a good start to utilizing the rice papers?
Tuesday.
Experimenting? Tweaking?
Well, I was going to bring in some of do stencil work, so yeah.
Because we're going to start testing out some different papers.
And I think it's a good idea to introduce them maybe just a little bit at a time.
Well, number one, you can get more acquainted with them.
Yes.
And if we have it on camera,
yes,
that's great.
All right. So now what I'm going to do, because I want to pick up some of that blue.
Thanks, Mo.
This is really, you know, okay, it's more shiny than anything, but I think that that's okay. I'm hoping it's okay. I don't really know. Oh my gosh, isn't this wonderful?
Yeah, throwing in a metallic every once in a while is all like part of the game too.
It really is. I think it's, and I try to keep these in order, but I can't, because if I put some of the wet ones on top of the other wet ones.
It was just asked how many pulls have been done so far.
Yeah, so you can't really tell. But this is very transparent. And it's also, I would say, it's more like a fluid acrylic than it is.
Yeah.
It's reactivating the blue. Which is kind of cool, I think.
Well, it took about 40 minutes. Well, probably about 30 minutes.
Just to get the thing down.
Yeah. We had some good chit chat though during that time.
Well, you know, I was going to go ahead and do it, but I thought it's really important.
No, I think that was cool that we, you know, talked about where to snip it and that you need to kind of change some things up as far as like where you were.
I think I need a new hoop-de-doo. Mariah, that's my last paper towel.
Oh, is that why you're telling me? Because I was like, I don't know why you're telling me. Is that downstairs?
I'm not pressing a lot. I'm just kind of woofing it across the surface.
Woofing. Technical term.
Brushing it lightly. Brushing it lightly. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to give it a bit of a press. But I want to leave some of that behind because I'm looking for the giant pull up here.
Tap, tap. There's a lot of paint on there. I love this slatey.
Look at this.
Kind of steely blue. Lovely.
And that is a good one to remember. I'm going to bring that back real quick. Because you can get more expensive versions of this. You don't really need it. And I'm not.
The Deco Arts metallics are
just, you know,
awesome.
I'm very serious. You don't have to buy the. And you know, I would tell you, I love golden paint. I love them. They're just the gold standard as far as I'm concerned. In the painting end of things.
That's right.
But and there are some things about golden that you can't replicate anywhere else. I will just tell you that right now too.
Yeah, exactly. They all are. That's
and if you're going with the the heavy body golden, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
There isn't anything else that even comes close. All right. Now this is probably going to be a 2-for pull.
You got quite the amount of paint on there.
I do. And again,
do you need a whole new roll?
Yeah, I've used all of my.
All right, let me run down and get you one because
I've used all of my paper towel. Okay, now this is kind of cool. Can you see the negative areas where we're getting a lot of contact with the paper? And I think this is going to be interesting if I get a two pull thing. So I'm going to go ahead and okay, isn't that gorgeous? Ah. Wunderbar. Lovely. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm hoping on this, I'm hoping to pick up some of the grunge that's there. I don't want to get it all, just want to get some of it. I like to take off a little bit with all the, and I'm talking about pulling from off the stencil. See, this is really coming through there. Thank you.
Okay. Wow, beautiful colors. That's funny. They were very impressed with that.
Well, you're going to be even more impressed with this.
Okay. That's very pretty. Very pretty. Nice. Digging it.
That little bit of sparkle in there, isn't it? That's probably, I think that's one of my better.
Yeah.
That is just beautiful. But you couldn't do that without, you know.
Yeah.
I could go ahead and do a pull right now, but I'm going to put another color down. Let me tell you why. Because I like what I have, I like what's building up here.
Uh-huh.
And if I pull it all off, then, you know, it's like, oh, well, now we have to start over.
Keep going.
I don't want to start over. So this is a very important decision I'm making right now. I want a sticky paint.
Marcia Markle says, this is sorcery.
It really, I feel like it is too. So it's not, okay. So anthraquinone, that's what we already have down here, this blue.
Hi, Trish. Thanks for hanging.
I really, let's turn our thing over here and see.
Oh, yeah. And you got just the right a little speckly business going on
and I'm
there.
just thinking, okay, at this point, I'm not going to do that.
Hey, and here's the thing. If you stop now, you pull it all up, and you call this your final, then you could maybe do a postcard. Pushing postcards.
I could, but I'm not going to. What is it? Oh, I must continue on. This is going to be like the ultima, the pièce de résistance of the long haul, that you will all just be gasping for air.
Orlando,
okay.
Yes.
So I've got the quinacridone crimson here, but I want you to look at their little swatchy thing there. There's not a whole lot of difference in this, okay?
Not a ton.
This is maybe slightly more. It's in the alizarin. It's a cool red rather than the tomato.
Right.
Okay.
There's some blue in there.
It's blue in there. Thank you, dear Lord.
Words are hard. Colors are harder.
I have to decide, do I want to take it? Do I really, I want to try this, which is going to be similar to the effect of this. Kind of like that idea, So we're going to go with this, the mix, rather than the fluid. And this is more of a high flow because it has the wrong place. Got to get these trinkets off. I've been getting quite a few trinkets here lately.
Oh yeah, some DNA kind of.
And I need to get those off there because I might want to actually use that.
Maybe.
Okay, we're not going to go crazy with this. Oh, did you see it spit?
Spitters.
Spitter. Don't aim it at you.
Name it. Just aim it to the person across from you. It's fine. There's enough stuff here, hopefully.
Well, I'm certainly liking this as far as, the grunge aspect here.
Hello, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl has watched Darcy's long haul video twice. And I believe, let's see here. Carrie Griffiths has done long haul videos. Eddie, that's Eddie Makes Art. He's here he's one of our mods. And Darcy, obviously, has done some long haul videos. Let us know in the chat, even if you don't even have a channel or whatever, if you have done long hauls. Are you a long hauler? We want to know. Inquiring mind.
Absolutely.
And hello, Robin, I believe. Got a couple Robins today. Love it. Love it. Charmaine loves doing long hauls. Cheryl has never driven a truck. Robin is a long hauler. Oh, and Eddie says here, you can watch his gel printing videos right there in that link. He ain't shy. Good job, Eddie. Hey, Carol.
See that? Isn't that lovely? We really needed this because we didn't have any reds at all.
Well, you had the one kind of, you were heading there. You got rose gold.
I have rose gold. I do.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go for yellow.
Tisha even has Eddie's long haul t-shirt. That's how much of a long hauler she is.
That's dedicated.
That is dedicated.
Dedicated. All right. I love this Winsor Newton. It's cadmium yellow hue. And I like it because usually the cadmiums are really opaque, but for whatever reason, the Winsor Newton people have this. Is not opaque.
Yeah.
I like it. But I also want to get a little bit more of a buildup on my stencil because I'm pulling a lot of stuff off. And, you know, remember your stencil is kind of building up in places. And that's what you want. That's the goal here. And because of all the other mucky muck stuff that's on here, you're not going to get like brilliant, clean yellow. You're going to get this
good yellow.
Good yellow. Right. It isn't going to pierce your eyeballs yellow.
Good job, Eddie. He does have a dedicated playlist for long hauls. He's done a few. And he's got a playlist to prove it. That's what some of us content creators need. I got a playlist for that.
I listen to music when Mariah's not here. It upsets her that she can hear it. God, she can hear it.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
Way more things than.
Jennifer did one earlier this week. It was a fail. Oh, I doubt that. Nothing's, 100% fail.
Hey, you know what? You just have to keep at this because when I first started this and I was just like, I'd get brilliant results and then I'd go. And then the next one, remember, I've had some long hauls that weren't good. And it was just learning when to use what paint is a big part of it. And a lot of it is just luck. Some luck.
That I think that's almost no, that earlier kind of minty one was
it was, but isn't
really like
that? Isn't this wonderful?
Yeah, that's pretty too. And what's so lovely,
we're still picking up shimmers. Do you see that?
I would hang it, woman. I was just about to say that. What's so cool about, because you're layering in things now, it's not like metallic, because sometimes when you use a metallic, it's like metallic.
Yeah, like that one that I pulled.
It takes over.
It's gold,
right? But then when it starts to just smattering matters. I say.
Look at this plate. Look at how marvelous this is. Oh, so wonderful. Okay. We're going back to red, only this time we're going to go with more tomate. We're going with the pyro, which is slightly more opaque.
Oh, Lynn did a mini long haul with 10 colors using her wormhole stencil on her number 27 postcard dedicated to the show Star Trek Discovery. Hey, Bree. Your swap partners here.
Oh, all right. Well, I've got a bunch of stuff I'm gathering back behind me here. Seems to be drying really fast. Oh, you still got the fan on, Mariah.
What?
The fan is still on?
Well, no, it probably will be coming on. It's warming up outside. I would assume that,
No, the ceiling fan.
Oh, yeah. I told Brad to turn it off. He didn't know how. And I just noticed it. So thank you for alerting me to that.
She says it makes...
No, what I don't like is it flickers the light.
Oh.
But I hadn't noticed it today because it's brighter up here. I notice it more whenever it's more overcast and whatnot. But lighting's pretty good today. Pretty happy with that. Now that's just Texan. That's how it happens, Becky. That's lovely. Now, what's really cool about something like this, you can come back in and use the sprays on it, and then any of the white outline kind of stuff, you can alter that in any which way that you would like. Correct.
Oh, all right. So we've got some built up of the reds around there. I love that. Love, 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 love. We haven't used Jenkins in the fluid acrylic.
Y'all let us know in the chat. You know what Jenkins is about. Paula's husband. Hello.
I like this stuff. If you brayer it out, it's not so thick.
Yeah.
Or, opaque.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, cat.
Going to start a new paper just because these are so wonderful.
Those of you that have come in, do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Say hello in the chat because we'd like to say hello back.
Hey, Mariah. Oh, drop the glue.
Good golly.
Fetch it later. Did you know that I finally am using my new Gelli box of, I ran out.
Oh, yeah, I noticed the box. I had Brad take it out to the recycle bin before it got, turned into something that somebody wanted or needed or didn't.
No, I looked at it for a long time before I put it.
You studied it. You
in the area where I knew it would be collected.
Mm-hmm. It got collected. Hello, Crafty Adventures.
All right, now this is kind of a mucky muck green. It's not like the real deal Jenkins because of the other colors that are out there that have, contributed to its awesomeness so that you don't feel like, catching flies with your tongue.
You're into that sort of thing. You're feeling froggy.
You're feeling froggy.
There's a little saying about that. If you're feeling froggy, jump. Hi, Kylie. Thanks for hanging. I know it's late.
I'll watch your video, Kylie.
Yeah, make sure you tag us and let me know. And I mean, I try to keep an eye out for things, but let me tell you, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. And I really, hey, YouTube, if you're listening, what I would really love is rather than having to go search for it, because, I mean, there is that area back in studio where you can see where people have mentioned you, but I would like that to be more prominent. Like, in the main dashboard area. It would be nice if, one of the little modules in there was mentions, because I forget to go there. And it's not something like it sends you an alert. Anyway,
I've yet to receive
alerts about that.
Alert that I don't know where I don't know where it's alerting me from.
Right. Oh, that's right. It's Sunday. Let's look at Carrie. It's only 5:30 here, Mariah. It's true. I forget it's not 3 o'clock. It's already been a long day.
High flow.
Yeah, it is.
Remember, it's the same kind of stuff as if I were adding the
Airbrush medium.
Airbrush medium. So
you can very similar.
You can get the fluid acrylic and you can make it into high flow. I don't know that I should tell you that. I don't know if golden would
well, yes, in the little notification bell thing, but there's so much just in that. I get overwhelmed by what's just in the notification bell. And it doesn't separate things out, which bothers me as well. I need filtration.
Filtration.
Hey, Fran.
Fran. Hey, the last time I did a long haul was with your birds?
No.
Yeah, it was. No, I just saw it. I mean, a long haul. A really long one. I've done mini hauls.
No, the last one was with Creaky Borders, which is also Fran's.
Oh.
And that was the last.
But I just saw the birds popped up in the feed.
The birds was one of the very first ones. And we were still calling it something.
And they were so awesome.
I think we were still calling it something else until Deb was like, the long haul. And I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense. I had a different word it was really long and doesn't fully encapsulate the thing. Just long haul's good. Although some people have gotten a little confused, I think, about thinking that it's a haul video. Which didn't, anticipate that, but, it is what it is. A really long one. Fran heard the call of Jenkins. What Eddie said. That's funny. Yes, Cheryl. And Mo is correct. One side is a little more rough and one's slightly slicker.
And I don't really notice a whole hill of beans difference, but look, I'm still getting...
Hey, and it was Kylie Koo. Kylie Koo was here, She's the one who got us knowed up on carnival tissue. Yeah. She has a video. Dang it, anyway, if one of y'all can find one of our mods, if you can find Kylie's video, she compares a bunch of different papers, carnival being one of them, and then goes into, which side works better. And her, I think, overall feeling was that it wasn't a ton of difference. I vaguely remember that.
It's negligible.
Right.
Seriously, it's negligible. Okay, let's use a little of this.
Yeah, I know. The little bell at the top. Yeah, but then, like, all my stuff is there. Like, new videos, it's all kinds of stuff. I want a separate thing. Because they have it separated out in the background. But again, I want it on that main studio page that says at mentions. I mean, it has, like, the new subscribers, and they have the community tab and the, all that. There's enough room for another box there. Or what would be really super is if I could tell you which boxes I want. Give me some options. I mean, it does that in WordPress, so why not? Come on, YouTube. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, get those deadgum designers. They're always adding updates. Yeah, can you update that?
Yeah. Sugar biscuit.
Sugar biscuit. Just saying. Whoa. Getting a really good.
Oh, Fran has new rainbow hair. Take a picture, post it in Makers. We need to see your rainbow hair. We miss you, Fran.
Oh, do, because we'll show it to Izzy. She's
always like, oh, did you see that girl's hair? If they have different colored hair.
Oh my gosh, this is, I'll show you my Brera in a minute.
Hi, Sophia.
Absolutely fantastic.
We got 15 minutes. I guess you're hauling until the end, huh?
Yeah, I told you I was.
Oh, thank you. Mo found it. Y'all are so good. That's Kylie's video where she compares different papers and which side to use and whatnot. I'm pretty sure she did different papers. But I know she did a video on, it had carnival tissue in it. And she goes through the whole thing.
And I mean, she does multiple things so that you can see different circumstances. As I remember, she uses different paint.
Yeah, I mean, this thing was like it may even be 3 years old at this point. But she was the one who
was
like,
very,
hey,
very helpful to me.
Yeah.
I just remember that.
That's what convinced me about the carnival, because at first we're like, I don't know. I mean, seriously, tissue paper's tissue paper, isn't it?
I'm just like, wow, that stuff's really expensive.
Yeah, it is not. And really, if you bust it out into, like, how many pieces and things that you get, how many pieces and things. If you buy the large sheets and like what it cuts down to, and then bust that out into price per sheet, overall, it's really not crazy. Now, it's an investment because, you want a better price break, buy more sheets. That's the deal. Oh, she just had it done yesterday. Oh, so it's all fresh and rainbowy. Wonderful.
Okay, not getting much off the
Jerry.
stencil on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm predicting that on the next round we will.
Oh, Robin.
But I want to get something down here. I want to get something down here that is not super, super.
I wonder if we could.
My favorite gold. Here.
We could probably dye your hair with like Kool-Aid or something. Why are you rolling your eyes? I just thought that would be fun. You can't. She's very sensitive, so can't use actual dye on her.
Well, I would have to decide on what color of
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah. What kind of Kool-Aid are you into?
Well, I'm leaning towards purple or green.
Well, you can do a little bit of both or half and half.
I don't know. I'd be willing to give it a whirl. I need to get down here on this bottom part.
Oh, wonderful, Jerry.
Okay, this is that same gold that I was using earlier. And it went kind of a green because of that other stuff that I used there.
Oh, Lynn says, do it, Robin. She had her hair colored in purple, pink, teal years ago. I love it. I'm starting to get stripey. If I dyed my hair colored, then those would kind of brighten up. That might be kind of fun. It's just such a pain to keep up. When my hair was like a pixie cut, that was great because I could just dye it all over. Done. One box, no problem.
Okay, that's a really nice cool gold, as in temperature. Okay, let's see if we can get one more. This might be it. I do still have some moisture there. You can see. Not pulling a lot from the negative spaces, but you can see where it's grabbing onto the stencil. Those little darker areas.
Oh, I like that. That'll be pretty. These are nice.
This would be beautiful to spray with.
Yeah, because it really will pop up.
I would have liked to have seen more of that, but I just didn't leave enough in that pull.
All right, well, you got about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. Let's turn it over and evaluate where we are.
Oh, there's some sparkle in the edges there.
All right. I'm going back to the opaque turquoise. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with this turquoise.
Yes, I agree with that. That's a smarter choice. Because right now, if she went ahead and utilized that same more opaque turquoise, you're going to run into the point where it's going to show up more and it will seem out of place at this point in time.
I think, yes, it would cover up places that you might not necessarily want covered up.
Because this is more transparent. It's going to blend in more. It will still have little pops of this here and there, but it's going to blend in more, which makes more sense.
Yes, and not just be so, oh, now we've got turquoise.
Yeah.
I need to clean my...
I know, me too, Ricky. She says, I'm really impressed that the stencil pieces are still attached.
All right, Mariah, I'm going to have you work at that.
Keep in mind that it was, part of this whole long haul thing, and you are going to get the best results with a brand new stencil or stencil pieces or whatever. Because they're going to stick the best to the plate, and you don't have to worry about any, old paint reactivating. Not to say that you can't use your stencils that have paint buildup on them. You are just going to have greater success, and you can feel more confident about that stencil being down onto the plate.
Especially in your initial...
And something this fiddly like it is, it could get wrapped up and rolled up into the brayer very quickly. And then, like, if you've,
Oh, you've watched me do that. I've done all of those things. I mean, it was just... I mean, and I even had one remember when I lost the flower and didn't find it later until I was looking at the print and I was going, well, there's our lost flower. It's still on the paper.
Yeah, I like I kind of miss the pixie hair just because it's easy. But then I like this. I think this fits my personality more. It is a lot of upkeep. Even the pixie was a pain in the butt because I mean every couple weeks because I'm kind of furry and neck grows out. But you know, Francis, this stencil makes you think of birds on a wire. Yeah, she utilized the 8x10 and the 5x7 to create this layout. She cut them out of, because they are sort of more in a stencil format when you purchase them, the Suspicious Sprouts. And then she cut them out of there, but you can watch that at the very beginning if you are coming here in at the end.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at how gorgeous that is. Yes, you got that little bit of sheen in the negative areas and around the edges.
That was a good choice.
All right.
What are your feelings now? You may want to pull that blue off of the top.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it now. See this here?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of that right now. I don't want it to completely go away. I just don't want it to have such a
line
marked
edge. Oh, thank you, babe.
Okay. I think that's good. All right. So here we go.
Ooh. Keep in mind these little boogers are on there because she's been, rolling out paint.
But look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where are you keeping all those?
You want to make sure you allow them to dry separately.
And I kind of like that in some of those areas where I was like, oh, well, it's not connecting, were really great because they kind of gooed up into those connection points, which is great. I don't know if you guys can hear that little noise that it probably isn't picking up on the mic, but it's like, I don't know if y'all heard that either. It's funny, like going in reverse. It'd be fun. This would be kind of a fun, like, if you did a fast forward of her laying down all of the little bits and then pulling them up. That would be fun.
Oops.
Did you pop one?
Well, I got a little carried away with the inner cut there on that one.
Oh, Fran loves your hat. She has a turquoise one too.
I do.
And she bought Izzy a pink one.
I was going to wear my turquoise one, but it's you
got 5 minutes. We'll go all the way. Well, this has to dry.
This has to dry anyway. So yeah, I can't do anything.
Are you going to wait until Tuesday to put down the full color?
Well, I could.
Because if you did that at the very beginning.
The thing about it is if I put down the pull color, I can actually pull it. And you can see the end results.
I know, but if you put down the pull color like right at the beginning of Tuesday, you could pull it by the end of the stream. Maybe.
That's and the whole thing is just best not to rush it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's simply brilliant.
I think if you could come up with a kind of beigey tan.
Yes. But maybe,
you know, when you do your mix thing where you put down like the red iron oxide or whatever along with the Lucas grill.
Yes, and then it kind of goes in different places and different.
Do that.
Or here's something else. What if I did a crinkle layer? I really like crinkle layer over this.
If you did it in gold.
Like a gold. And then pulled it with like a pasty color.
And I think in order to do the crinkle really what might be better, there's kind of two ways to come at it. Here's thought. So if you have another plate and then you just dab on your crinkle.
Oh, then I could put it more, I could be more selective.
Because here's the thing, you're not going to be able to crackle that in the normal way you would crackle, because what you needed to do was crackle first. Because otherwise you're going to be pulling up stuff. You don't want to do that. You want it behind what you've already done there.
This is very true.
Another thought would be to possibly come in with, oh, we have these stamps called Desert Cracks. And you could just kind of crack-a-lacking it that away. So there we go. There's some ideas. Who knows what's going to happen? Dun, dun, dun.
Lots of cool stuff. Oh, look at it. Isn't that a wonderful color?
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe you could send some of those off to your scrap swap partner.
Yeah. Brianna, would you like some?
You want some leaves?
I mean, they're certainly scraps at this point.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little envelope full. I've got some other stuff for you too.
There you go.
You know, oh, look at that. Getting stuff all over my clean paper.
Oh, Becky says that put the pull layer in a short. So that way, like whenever you do decide to roll it out, let me know and I'll come up and I'll do that. I would also like, if you are going to crackle it, I would like to video that so we could get 2 shorts out of it. Because you're going to have to let that dry before you roll out the pull color. All right. She says, absolutely anything will get used. All righty, my arty friends, we are at the end. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We'll be back here tomorrow for some Mariah Makes.
And I will do some of my postcards on Tuesday.
There we go.
I'm not going to interfere with Mariah's
She's going to be good girl, read chat, and be awesome.
I'm putting
all
these out here so they can dry properly.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging.
Bye.